want to say hi to Facebook friends. They're just popping on now too, Kelly.
Hey, Facebook friends, thanks for joining us. And of course, our agents joining us on the Spoiled Webinars YouTube channel as well. LinkedIn, anyone tuning in there, that's great. Hello, welcome. And of course, we have our lovely Zoom agents here, and our Zoom agents have access to emojis, which we love. So you can definitely engage with us that way as well. Okay, so um, what the plan is today, and I think we're recording, I believe. I just want to
Yep.
make sure.
Yes.
Yes, okay, great. So what we're doing today is we just thought sometimes, I don't know, like maybe a colleague, maybe you are like a diehard Spoiled agent and you know everything about us and you know all the pages, you know how to navigate the site, all that fun stuff. Well, you are welcome to be here, and you're maybe you'll learn something new. But this session here is really about you signed up for Spoiled Agent, but you're really not sure how to take advantage of the website, like really kind of what's going on, all the little tools. So what we thought we would do today is we're just going to kind of recap, who we are, what we're doing, and everything is geared towards you, the travel advisor. It's all about you, and everything, all the content within the site is targeted and geared to you. You'll never make a consumer booking with us. We don't take bookings whatsoever. We're really an information booth, all for you. So talking about strictly travel advisor rates, talking about supplier targeted incentives for you. So say you make a booking with a supplier, it could be through a tour operator, and yes, you're making commission, but a lot of the suppliers that we're working with, and we're going to show you the ones that are offering incentives, have added incentives like free nights in cash and things like that. So we have that type of content. Another piece, and a supplier can only work with us if they have some kind of agent target incentive. So again, agent rates, a supplier incentive, specialist programs. Lots of our wonderful tourist boards have specialist programs, and some of course, the hotel partners as well. So specialist programs, we kind of fall under education, and then of course we do webinars, and that falls under education as well. So that's kind of, to sum it up. That's Spoiled Agent is all about you. Okay, so the site is completely free for you to be a part of. The main site, everyone can register. When you register, of course, you're here because you register, but you know that you have to put your IATA number in. You got to fill out all of the information. Everything is locked down because we don't want the average consumer knowing all of these amazing offers that are going on. So that's why kind of everything, every single person in our database has to kind of register, create a profile, and of course, opt in to all the fun stuff. So that's pretty much what Spoiled Agent is. We do all the suppliers that are working with us, because it is free for you. And I'm not talking about the VIP program, which I'll just touch briefly a little bit later on. But the website is totally free for you. It's for everybody, all travel advisors, as long as they have an IATA or a CLIA or some kind of card when they register. The way we make our money, and we're able to operate, and I can pay myself and put my kids through university. And of course, Susan and Sophie and my whole team, and the programmer, is the suppliers pay us a monthly fee, and that helps us keep everything going, and it helps keep the site totally free for you. Okay. So now that I'm in all of that, so what we're going to do today is we're just going to kind of go in and just navigate around and just kind of show you where things are and what you can find, and go from there. And maybe I should say that Spoiled Agent, I am the founder of Spoiled Agent. Spoiled Agent have been around for over 15 years. We started out and we're based actually in Toronto, in Canada. And we started out in Canada, actually, I think even longer, it was like 17 or 18 years ago, and it went really well. And then we rolled out in the US a few years after that. So I would say we're about 15 years, 14, 15 years in the US, having the Spoiled Agent US site. And then in Canada, we're a little bit longer just because we tested it out there first. It went well. So then we rolled it out. And I think now, if you guys can believe it, there's over 60,000 travel advisors in our database now, which is unbelievable. And we've never bought a list, as everyone that has registered to be a part of our community. And then I'll just say this right now. You're in the industry, you guys have your colleagues, your friends, new advisors coming on board, maybe your head offices. If you could please, grassroots, I'm asking you, if you like Spoiled Asian, you believe in us and you like the content, if you could please share Spoiled Agent with your colleagues, let them know that they have to register and there's so many great advantages. And then tell them that there's a webinar that we just did telling them all about Spoiled Agent and all the benefits and how to kind of navigate and take advantage of everything. So please share with your colleagues. We would appreciate that greatly. Okay. So Susan, am I on track here? I
You are on
probably
track.
already
And I
got
just
off
had some
track.
people are
Yeah.
asking me if this is being recorded. This is being recorded for sure. It's going to
Yes.
be on our YouTube page later, but we'll talk about that where they can see it. So,
There
yes,
you go.
we're totally
And
on
then
track.
maybe what we'll do as well at the end of this, we'll send everybody that was here the recorded link. We'll just say, and because we have to let everybody know who the winner is, because we're doing $100 Amazon gift card, and we're going to give away two. We'll give one for a Canadian agent and one for a U.S. advisor. So we're going to do two prizes. So we'll let you know on Monday who the winners are of the prizes. We appreciate you. We know you're busy, so thank you for tuning in. And then we'll send the recording, and I don't know, maybe we'll probably do the Facebook and links and all that kind of fun stuff too. Okay, great.
Yeah. And actually, can
Um,
I Facebook
Go ahead.
friends, since they're just joining us on Facebook, please make sure Facebook only you add your email in the comments so we know you're here. Zoom, we've got you covered, guys, because you registered. So just we want to see who's here. We got lots of eyes. Also,
That's
over here on YouTube, because that's over here for me. I see quite a few of eyes on YouTube. So our spoiled agents on YouTube, make sure you put your handle in, if you will.
ooh, handle, so fancy. Well, that's great. All right. So, so I think what I'm going to do is I already talked about the history of Spoiled Agent, and longevity, of course. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to log into the site, and then Susan's is gonna kind of take us through a little bit. So I think most of you guys know, I think the problem's sorted out now. Sometimes we have advisors that are accidentally in the Canadian side and U.S. advisors in the Canadian side and Canadian advisors in the U.S. side. I think their problem's sorted out. It's all geo-targeted right now. But just to be sure, right now I'm in the Spoiled Agent Canada, and you can always like look up here. You can see CA. But if for some reason, and if you're a U.S. agent and for some reason you landed here, because maybe it just depends on the your website, sorry, not your website, your server, where it's coming from. Just so if for some reason you're in the Canadian site, you can come here and just click here and go, okay, I'm in the US site, and then you can click on that. And then it'll take you over to the US site. I think my computer's a little bit slow just because I'm running all of these programs and all this fun stuff. So now I'm in the US site. But I think for today, and the sites are exact. Just some of the incentives. There's a few incentives that are a little bit different for Canadian and US agents. So that's why there are two separate sites. But essentially, the concept and where things are exactly the same. Okay, so let's pretend I'm Canadian, but I'm in the US site, and you can tell up there it says US. I'm going to go back to the Canadian site, and then I'm going to log in because all the good stuff, you have to log in to see the good stuff and unlock it. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to log in quick, and I'm going to use my Canadian profile. Great. So there you go. Okay, so I'm inside. I'm inside the Canadian site, and actually, just before Susan takes over, I just want to show up here. This says guest. This is our guest user, but for you, it'll say, hello Sheila or hello Mary or whatever. It'll have your name up here, and you can always click on this, and you can always update. You can always update your information here. It's all here. You can put your address and all sorts of fun stuff. So you just have to click up there to make any changes to your profile. If you have to change your email or anything like that, you can always just let us know. We can help. We can help you with that. Okay, I'm going to stop talking, Susan. I'm going to hand it over to you, and I'll let you. We'll start talking about some of the other things and how to find things easy. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sure. And I think a good point is that they are stuck with anything, they can reach out to info@spoiledagent.com. There's a few of us in that inbox always trying to help out if anyone does have any issues, but I think it's pretty smooth sailing for everyone. All right. So why don't we head over, Kelly, to probably one of the most favorite tabs is the agent rate tab. So
Right.
everything's kind of lined up at the very top for you guys, nice and neat. So let's go explore that. This section actually gives you a really quick access to rates from our supplier partners. So this really helps you maximize savings, takes advantage of really valuable agent offers with ease. So we've made this as simple as possible. So if you click on it, what you can just do, Kelly's gonna click on
Mhm.
it.
I did. Sorry. I just actually turned off my, oh, there we go. Here it
There we
comes. I
go.
just turned off my video to make it go a little quicker.
Sure, sure. So you have a great way that you can actually access this. You can see the whole list there, alphabetical. Or if you're looking for a specific one in the search tab, you can just type it in. We're not going to pick any favorites, but I'm just looking at one right now, for example. So you just type in a certain name that you're looking for and hit explore, and all of their offerings for agent rates pop up. Super, super easy. There we go. There's Royalton, and you hit search. And again, this really just helps you maximize savings and takes advantage of these valuable offers for you guys. All your agent rates, you want to go on vacation, you want to make the best of this. This is part of the reason why we're all in the travel industry, right? We love to travel. So
Mhm.
there we go.
Maybe what we'll do is we won't actually go to each page just because I think running the program for some reason my computer's really slow. Maybe I didn't shut everything down enough. And when we look at the dedicated page, but once you click on, you can pick, oh, there you go. You can pick whichever supplier you want, and then it'll take you to their dedicated page. And we're going to look at a dedicated page a little bit later. Right?
Yes.
There we go. I'll
Okay,
go here.
so the next tab that I know is totally one of our spoiled agents favorites is the incentive tab, which again is along the very top right next to the agent rates. So let's head over there and you're going to find some really great opportunities from our supplier partners again, including like cash rewards, points, enhanced commission levels, and other valuable incentives designed to help you earn more. So it's super easy. Again, you just click on that. And I know there's a lot of spoiled agents that are on our site right now, which is not
That's
a bad
probably what
thing.
it is. I think you guys are all looking at the site, so it's on top of running Zoom. I think everybody's in there, so that's why that's why it's taking a little bit of extra time. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you guys
Oh,
crashed the site. What's
yep.
going on with you guys?
That's okay. So we know we can always go back to it, but the incentive tab is there. They know how
100%.
to find it, right?
Yes, 100%. That's
Okay.
great.
And I
We'll
mean,
just go.
today's just all about to maybe familiarize yourself, give you a little bit of an overview, or if you're brand new to Spoiled Agent, this is really what it's about today, right? But I know a lot of you are pros, so we're just kind of
Mhm.
going through. Did you maybe want to go to the bottom then? We can see what happens at the bottom. We're going to head over to the specialist tab.
Let's just see here. Well, I just wanted to show the incentives really quick. I think it's going to pick up.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
Awesome.
There we go. So another thing, actually, if you don't mind me just jumping in
Yeah.
here, is everything's in alphabetical order. Okay. So it's just the easiest way to kind of go through. And again, if you were interested, say looking at the Fiesta Americana incentive, you just click on this and then it'll take you directly to their dedicated page. Okay. And then we're going to look at the dedicated page in a minute. All right. So now I'm actually going to go. Here we go. I'm going to go back home, Susan, and then we'll go over to the specialist tab in just a
So
sec.
specialist tab's located at the bottom of like this page. You just keep going down. So if anyone wants to have like a quick search for it, it's just down there. And the specialist tab is probably one of my personal favorites as it provides really convenient access to training programs from our supplier partners. So we highly encourage that you pursue specialist certifications. So they not only deepen your destination of product knowledge, but they also can help you qualify for these awesome fam trip opportunities
Oh,
that a lot of our
yeah.
suppliers talk about on our webinars, of course. So it's a great way to continue growing your expertise and establish yourself as a trusted travel industry expert. Everyone wants to be an expert, right?
Oh, yes. Well, they already are experts, but again, you guys have the whole world that you are taking care of. So sometimes if you have a little bit of time, I think that's probably one of the biggest things is finding the time to be able to do these. But if you do have a little bit of time, there are so many programs and you know where to find them now. If you have a little bit of time, you can become an expert in that. And that again is just right down here in the corner.
Great. Did you maybe want to take them to a dedicated page, Kelly, to show them how it's set up and what they can find in it?
Sure. Okay, so I'll show you guys the way what how I like to get to a partner page. Is I usually go from I'm on the home page. I usually scroll down and see, for example, I want to see a particular property that I'm looking for. I actually will go here, but we have it broken down by hotels and resorts, tour operators, tourist boards, and then of course cruise lines. So let's look at this here first. This is how I usually get to a partner, but you can click on one of these logos here. If you see you want to go to Majestic, you can click on the Majestic logo and it'll take you to their page, or AIC Expedia. But this is what I usually do. I usually go say to the supplier that we're going to go to, that we're actually going to go visit the Royalton page. So I would actually go to Hotels and Resorts because their logo's under there. And then I would click on their logo and they'll take us to their dedicated page. And kind of we say dedicated page. So everything, every single every single supplier that is working with us on the site have their own dedicated page, we call it, and it has everything there. So pretty much, and we offer the suppliers to put whatever they want on the page. Again, they must have an agent incentive or agent rates or a specialist program to work with us. So that's on there. But we also give them the opportunity to add, fact sheets and maps and brochures and maybe wedding information, things like that. We say, if you want, here's some bonus information that you guys want to be that you want to include. I know we all love maps, and some of the properties have maps of the property. Yeah. You guys are crashing crashing this site. It's so funny. Let's just see here. Let's try one more time. So usually on the page, it'll start, you just have to look at the title. So say you're looking for their incentive program. So then you can just look for the title incentive. Then all the details will be there for the actual incentive. Here, let's see. Maybe I'll go. I'm going to do a different one. Let's go to couples and see if I can get here this way instead of going two different places. Um, so we actually, you never, for example, an incentive, you never redeem it with us. We just provide the details. Say, for example, what couples is offering. They have, this is their program here. So this is the sample of the couples page. So on the page, it lists their incentive. It'll tell you what they're doing. We'll always put the link because every supplier has their own way. Maybe it's a website. Actually, most of them are websites now, or maybe you have to email a form in or something like that. But we always put as much information about the incentive as possible. And then the same with agent rates. So here are couples agent rates. Here are the details. We get as much information as possible. And again, each supplier has their own way. So that's why own way of booking agent rates. Some have a booking code, some you got to email someone, I know some that you even have to fax in, if you can believe it, or there's all sorts, or call, things like that. But we'll always have all the information on how to take advantage of agent rates. We also allow, this one here is actually their groups, but you can also, this is actually kind of a group / incentive, but the suppliers are welcome to give us group information as well. They'll give us brochures, wedding brochures, all their handles, websites, agent booking site, things like that. And this is what I love the most because it's hard to keep track of who's who. I know you do have your bestie BDMs out there, and you have their cell number and their mother's home number and their email and their birth. You have that all on speed dial. And I'm just thinking here. Yes, I'm supposed to be doing this. I was just thinking, did I take over for Susan? Because I just love to talk. If you guys haven't figured it out, but always on every single supplier page, if you go to near the bottom, there's always the contact information for you to get in touch with your BDM, or at least somebody. Some suppliers have a huge team, some have one, some have two, but we'll always have that information for you. Okay. And then sometimes they like to put little videos. And then at the very bottom, I don't know if you guys knew this, you go to the very bottom, every single webinar that Couples has ever done with us is at the very bottom of the page. So say you missed a webinar and we haven't sent it out or whatever, this is one way for you to find past webinars. Details are always at the bottom of each supplier page. Okay. Did I forget anything?
The webinar tab, maybe?
Yeah, you will head over. Okay, so dedicated page. Okay, so let's head over. I'm going to go back to the home page, and then you will see, because I don't know, here's a little fun fact. So so we do a lot of webinars, of course. But we average every single month, actually, I think it's over 5,000 views. And this would be kind of combined US, Canada, and all supplier webinars, recorded webinars, because we completely understand you can't always look at our beautiful Susan right there. Yeah, so cute. No, I think we average over 5,000 views every single month because you guys are busy. You can't always come at 1 o'clock or 12:30 or whatever it is on a Tuesday or Wednesday, etc. So we record every single webinar. So we started up Spoiled Webinars, I don't know, must have been about 8 or 9 years ago. So this is kind of like like one place you can go and get all webinar information. And I believe, Susan, is this me or is this you? Do you want to talk
Um,
about this?
the webinars or we're talking about the
Or just
YouTube channel.
Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this page and then we'll move on to YouTube. Okay, perfect. So
Perfect.
this is a spoiled webinar. You saw where I accessed it. So here, you can watch the latest and then you can go further down and then you can register for upcoming webinars. Okay, so everybody, I hope you're all registered for the Costa Rica virtual trade show taking place on the 30th of July. So that's coming up quick. It's a big one. I think we have over 15 booths. But if you are kind of wanted, like maybe you want to you have a client and you want to and you've never seen the property or et cetera, you can say, for example, go in here. Actually, I think let's pop in Antigua, and you can actually narrow it down and look for a specific supplier, a specific supplier past webinar, and then it'll kind of give you, you can search that way as well. Okay, and then you can go ahead and watch it. I'm not going to do that, just to, keep things tight, but there you go. Okay, I'm going to go back to the home page. Okay, so overall, that is kind of the site and navigating and what is in there for you. And I think what we're going to do, sorry, I have to go to Spoiled Agent. I'm going to go back to the home page. And what we'll do is we'll go through, we'll answer all, some questions at the end. We just kind of wanted to run through this because we know some of you guys have to get back to work. But I'm actually going to hand it back to Susan and let you take over and talk about the next piece of the puzzle. How's that?
Sure. And I see some hands up, but obviously there's so many of you guys, we can't unmute you guys. So I know some of you have already put some questions in the Q&A box, so that's fantastic. For us to manage them better, if you can just add them to the Q&A, because in the chat, we all know it moves up and we lose them, and we want to make sure we get all of your questions answered. So I guess it's been a year and a half now, I think, Kelly, that we introduced a Spoiled Agent webinar channel on YouTube, right? Yes.
Yes.
And we're growing, of course, and growing. So we always, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do. You will never miss a webinar this way. I can see we've got quite a few people right now over here on YouTube joining us as well. And it's got everything is housed there. We have it broken down to US, Canada, French, a mix mosh, whatever you guys need. You can pull up all of our past webinars and they're all added there too. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop it here in the link in the chat. So if you have not subscribed, and it's free to subscribe, of course, please do that because it's another great way that we can house the webinars for you, like today's. Or again, people like Kelly said in the beginning, they've got different methods how they like to watch our webinars, whether it's virtually on Facebook or whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on LinkedIn, for example. So it's just another channel, literally, haha, that we have for you
Aha.
guys that makes it easy for you so you never miss anything. So it's, of course, Spoiled Agent Webinars on YouTube, and we're live there right now. So it's all broken
Yeah.
down nicely. You can see, we're trying to get up the registrants, the subscribers. So please, if you haven't subscribed, do it for us today. Right, Kelly?
Yes. There you go. Yeah, we love it. That's awesome.
I
Perfect.
love it.
Okay, so
Stephanie
I
just said,
know.
I love the webinar, learning all about all the different resorts. I saw the Haven one last year, and a couple weeks ago now I'm going on my 10th anniversary there in November. Oh, love it. That's great,
That's
Stephanie.
perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
Did you
And
want to
yeah,
do you want to talk about Facebook now before we talk about
yes.
the other? Yes. Okay. So,
So we have a Facebook Canada and a Facebook US page. Again, like Kelly said, just different offers sometimes for different suppliers. It just depends. It's another great channel that we have to connect with you guys. Right now, we're live on Facebook on US and Canada. So hi to our Facebook friends. I see them all. Lots of eyes. We love that you guys
all
join us
right.
on many different platforms, but as well as that, we post every day, right? Kelly has right up here, different like the Hyatt incentives, things like that, contests, not to miss things. All of that is all on our Facebook page as well. So as much as some of you might just join Facebook, I mean, that's just a part of the pie. You have to make sure you join Spoiled Agent on our website. And you have to register. Again, it's free. So I know a lot of people join Facebook, but you got to do the other part to get the whole thing in order to get emails and things like that, right, Kelly?
Yeah, and there's so much more like we can only put so much, Facebook really limits us of what we can do. So really this is just like a quick highlight that we're putting here. And actually I just added up the Canada and the US Facebook groups. We have 26,000 advisors that are a part of the two groups, which is pretty amazing. Um, so, but yeah, we can only kind of there's only so much we can do on Facebook. So really the website, if you're really looking for something like agent rates, things like that, you can do a quick search here, but truly kind of everything that you want and really everything that is happening is within spoiledagent.com. Okay. And within the website. Great. But here we are live right here. It's so fun. Yeah. So we have 16 advisors watching us live, and we go live to like when Susan and is hosting live webinars, just like this one. We go live to the Facebook group. So we have agents via Zoom, like some of us here. Some of are live on Facebook. Some are on YouTube. There's so many different ways. We just want to make it really so super simple for you guys, whatever your platform that you prefer.
Awesome.
Excellent. Good.
Perfect.
And and then I think Susan was throwing the links in the chat box, and we will accept you because again we want to make sure like this is locked down. These both are private groups. We do not want the average consumer seeing all this information because this is secret and this is special and this is just for you being a travel advisor. Okay.
Awesome.
That's great. Good. All right. So we're going to move on. Let's just see here. I was thinking, what I'm going to do? I think, Susan, I'm going to stop sharing and then we'll show our faces. Does that sound like a good idea for this part here? Because I think that we're not showing them anything in the site and
Sure.
it's always nice. It's always nice to stop sharing. Okay. So one last thing that we just want to cover, and then we're going to do Q&A. And then, of course, if you guys have to go, we get it because we're blabbering on here. So kind of the main core is what we shared is here. So if you have to tap out, no worries. You will be included in the draw, I promise. And we are going to stay on and answer all of your questions. You can stay for that too. Okay. So the last thing are contests. You guys might notice. So twice a year we do our big contest, right? The travel. Actually, no, I'm not going to say it. Wait, I'm going to let in the chat. Tell us in the chat. Okay. So we have two promotions, like big ones that we're doing each year. One is in May and one launches just right after over the Christmas holidays so that would be on December 26th. We roll our second big one. So we call these contests. So can you guys tell me which two they are? There you go. Travel appreciation and 12 days after. Good job. You guys are awesome. Yes. So, there I like your
The Christmas
I
tree.
love it, Susan. I love it. Yeah. Okay. So our emoji fans or who likes to do emojis, everybody find a Christmas tree. That's what we want. We want a Christmas tree emoji, please. Um, so so these are contests. These are things that we put on. We talk to the suppliers. We ask them for, to have some, for all sorts of goodies to spoil you guys because you're so amazing. And I love that someone's clicking beer. There's like a little a little thing of beer going up there. So those are the contests. So please pay attention because this is just a way. It's always fun. We try to make it as easy as possible. We always try to have maybe a little bit of a learning aspect to it, of course. You know, so it's good to learn. And there's always great giveaways. And the more of us that participate and engage, the more the suppliers will be involved, and the bigger the presents, the bigger the gifts, the bigger the prizes. Okay, so please always keep your eyes open for that. And you might have noticed we have a couple of new ones that we've just been releasing. We just started like spin to win, so we spin the little wheel. So that's a new one. You're going to see a bunch of those coming out. So please engage in those too. We just have scratch and win. We just finished that with Hyatt Inclusive. It went really, really well. And we have points for action, which we haven't done in the US yet, but I'm going to be doing it for you guys soon. It's where you do have different things that you got to do and you earn points. And I guess the biggest points, all that stuff. And of course, our regular answer to win is always fun. You always learn a little bit and answer a couple of questions. Please, there's some more of those. We're booking a lot in for the upcoming months in our scavenger hunt, where it's 4 weeks and you're kind of moving around to learn something new. There you go. There's the question marks. I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys are the very best. So please engage in our contests. We really appreciate the more support you can give us and engage, the more it's just the more advisors, the more engagement, the more everything we can just we're going to get stronger and we're going to be able to do more together and do more for you. Okay, yeah, nice. Oh, little heart, sweet. I'm not going to touch anything because I don't want to blow it up. So that's the contest and all that kind of fun stuff. And e-blasts, yes, and hopefully I think a lot of you are in we have a huge database. If you don't mind opening my e-blast and clicking through, that really helps. But I know you guys get a lot, so I get it. But just do what you can. But in all of our e-blasts, there's always, we always make sure there's something in there that's targeted to you. So maybe the supplier might be talking about a consumer promotion going on or something like that with an e-blast. But no matter what, every e-blast we send out, they might talk about a consumer special, but if you look within there, there's always something for you in there. And we always make sure that is like that's our priority, or we will not send it out because Spoiled Agent is about you. Okay. What else do we want? Oh, and yeah, make sure you opt in and all that good stuff. We find sometimes advisors are only joining us or only join our Facebook group. You don't actually have our profile in spoiledagent.com. So Facebook advisors, you guys are missing out big time. You need to register for the site and you need to opt in to the e-blasts. Okay. All right. Good. And I get it. You guys get a lot, and sometimes you're like, oh my God, Spoiled Agent's sending out so many things. It's because we have so many suppliers wanting to talk to you guys. If it gets to be too much, we do have an option. It's at the bottom of the e-blast where you can sign up for Monday only. But you're only going to get one e-blast a week, and it's only the recap. You won't know about our webinars. You won't know about contests and things like you're going to miss out on a lot. So if you can kind of grin and bear it, I strongly recommend you just stay. What is that? What's the
A
blue?
world.
A world.
World,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go. Excellent. Okay. All right. So I think we're gonna open up for Q&A. Does that sound good?
Sure, yeah.
All right,
So
let's do it.
again,
This is a skill.
if you have
Oh,
questions,
go.
please add it to the Q&A box. Otherwise, it's hard for us to manage it in the chat.
The
Okay,
chat's kind
first
of
of
busy.
all, our friend Neil, who's in the US, says, congrats, Kelly, Susan, Sophia, and team. We appreciate you all, and we love you all. Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Thank you, everyone, for joining us every day. And like Kelly said, opening up emails, or whether it's this way or on Facebook, however we engage with you. Sometimes we do Facebook Lives with different suppliers if they've got something going on. So we really appreciate all of you guys. Okay, so April's asking, Kelly, how often are the agent rates list updated? I inquired with the Couples in the Grill and it was a certain price for June, but I actually ended up booking it and just earning commission myself.
Okay. So actually we were looking at the commission the couple's page. And I don't know if you noticed there was a grid. So they had like high season and low season. So I don't know about that, but what we do for the suppliers is we run a monthly report every single month. And then the first week of the next month, we send them their stats and kind of all the stuff that happened. But we ask every single month for them to review their page. We give them the links. We're like, review your page. It's important for us to have updated content on the site. So we do ask them. We are working with about 60 partners right now. So we do count on them. But if you guys ever find something that's different than what's on the site, I want it, like I want to hear about it, because we will ensure that the information is updated if anything's out of date. I know so yeah, just send us an email to info@spoiledagent.com or kelly@spoiledagent.com or Susan. And if anything, if they're saying, this is, and as long as it falls within the rules and regulations of the information that we have posted, then I'll get the right info and I'll update the info right away.
Okay, great. Oh, hi, Wendy. Wendy's asking, do the suppliers upload pics and videos that we're able to use and share on our own social media platform?
Not you, like sometimes some of them will include like their Instagram account or Facebook, things like that, that you guys can take that content and share. Some suppliers actually have like a media gallery where you can go in and grab that information. But it's interesting. It might be, I don't know, maybe it's I don't know. It's like what's kind of nice is we're a small company that we can make decisions quickly and kind of roll it out to the suppliers and say, hey, if you guys have this, let us know. Let's add it. So, you know what I'm going to do? I know some suppliers have it. How about this? When we send the follow up email, I'm going to let you know who has it currently. And I'm going to give myself a challenge. And I'm going to send a note out to all of the suppliers we're working with and ask them if they have something, if they could give us that information, and we'll get it added to the site for you as well. Is that fair? All right.
Okay, great.
Okay. Social media. Yeah. Videos, things like that. And usually, I don't know if you guys know the trick. If you guys are in YouTube, right? If you're in YouTube, but there's a video there, if there's a video and you're watching YouTube, if you click on the center of the video, okay, so it's playing, right? If you see something on a supplier page, you click on the center, you right click, it'll give you a shared link. So you can grab that link and then you can pop that right in your Facebook, Instagram, whatever account. And then it'll just automatically, then you can write a little blurb, whatever you want to say, like book with me, great rates, or, I just came back or whatever. You click paste the video. If it's on YouTube, it'll just like be right there and it automatically populates. So that's a little thing. Oh, we got some like salsa dancing here. It's so cute. Is that
Someone's
a
asking
camera?
me what I'm drinking. They said it looks really good. I promise this is just water in a fancy glass. I see people asking me. Oh, I wish.
It's a
It's
mocktail. It's a
it's not
mocktail.
Saturday yet. Love it. Okay, so Melissa's asking, I don't see Marriott listed. Are there plans to include them in the future? So we have Marriott.
Marriott overall, like big Marriott.
I think
Is
so.
that what they're thinking? Yeah. So we just brought on board Orlando Marriott, yes, World Center. Um, so you know what? Not every like we want to work with more suppliers, and that's another thing that where you guys can help us. If you have like a BDM, like I want more cruise lines, but we're having a tough time getting in there. Holland America has joined us, and of course, part of Avalon, a part of Globus, things like that. But we want more cruise lines, but for some reason, they're just not like they have to want to work with us and give us the content. It's not that we don't want to work with them. We do. It's just they have to say yes. You just give us, we don't charge a lot of money. It's a very small amount. We're not charging like crazy money. It's very affordable. But if you have a supplier that comes into your office, you're talking to on the phone, if you can say, you know what, you guys are missing out. Spoiled Agent has 60,000 travel advisors engaged, and you're missing out because you have great incentives and you should work with them. How's that?
I just have a comment from Facebook. Our friend Gio said, I've been with Spoiled Agent for over 14 years. She said, if you're not with it, you're missing out big time. Thank you, Gio.
I know. I
I love
really
it.
should put Gio on the payroll. We've talked about this a few times, haven't we? Thanks,
Louise is
Gio.
Louisa said, thank you, Susan and Kelly. Your webinars are super informative. Love to attend. Awesome. And this is so much more than webinars too, right? So we're
Yeah,
happy to have all that.
yeah.
Okay, so Amy's asking, with my internet glitching, I may have missed it, but that's okay. What is your fabulous team compensated for great support with travel agents? So we talked about the agent rates. We talked about, of course, the specialists program. Every
Yes. Incentives, yeah, all that. It's all about you. Everything about you. Nothing, it's not, this is not about your client at all. You're never making a booking with us. Everything in the site is about you and you being able to travel at discounted rates. And when you make bookings, get compensated. And it's important for you guys to take advantage of these incentives because they can be very, very rewarding. If there's anyone here that can, if you guys want to write notes of like what incentive you just recently that you recently took advantage of and how much you got, like it can, especially if you're supporting one, if you book a lot of one particular brand, it can really add up. Like it can be like thousands of dollars or, lots of, who here just took a free stay just because they were recording their bookings, their incentive bookings. And of course, you're making the booking with the tour operators, maybe, or maybe direct, but you have to record the bookings. These suppliers do not know who you are unless you're booking direct, but a lot of times you're not. The tour operators don't tell the suppliers who you are and who, so they don't know who's supporting them. So that's why they're doing these incentives, and then they can support you more. And that's how you get on fan trips and all that great stuff.
Great. So just a couple of questions about VIP. I know you just touched on it, but
Sure.
Sarah's asking and Kim. So can you just kind of just quickly talk about again the perks of VIP? And Kim's asking, are you going to be adding more to the VIP in the near future? I know we got a lot there anyway.
Yeah, we have like over, I think there's over 800 or 850 offers. Or so okay, so VIP. What VIP is, because we have Spoiled Agent, the free site that we just took you all through, right? We have about 45 to 60 suppliers. It's just actually kind of between the two markets around there. And these suppliers are working with us and it's of course free for you. So a few years back, I wanted worldwide product. So like you guys aren't just going to the Caribbean and Mexico. Not that it's just because we love that. Like I love hanging out on the beach. Don't get me wrong, drinking a margarita or a red stripe. Let's go. But sometimes you want to go to, I don't know, Dubrovnik. Maybe you want to go to Sydney, Australia. Maybe, there's so many amazing places around the world. So VIP was kind of a place, it's a place where you can go and you can find agent I would say honestly it's like 95% agent rates in there. So what we tried to do is we tried to put agent rates for all around the world, kind of in all of the big cities. Also, Marriott that you just talked about, they're not working with us and they're not engaged with us, but I have Marriott added on VIP. So you can actually in VIP, what it is you pay $19.99 per year, just per year. And once you pay the $19.99 per year, you can just do it. You can just sign up for a year and try it out, or you can do a subscription and just automatically charge you. It's your choice. So you sign up for that. And then once you log into Spoiled Agent, let me see if I can just share my screen. I'll show you. Here we go. Let's see, share. And here we go. So I'm logged in. Okay, so here, it's right here. So this account that I logged in to show you guys today is the VIP. So if you're a VIP agent, it says go to VIP. So then you click here, and once you go there, it's like a little micro site that lists, all of, everything that we're offering, uh, everything that we're offering for and you can search by alphabetically. You can search by location. You can search by city. And again, I'm sorry, I think with you guys all on there, it might,
Freeze
let's
up.
see, yeah, um, Takana. So then what it'll do, actually it hasn't, it just takes a minute for it to process. But then what it'll do is it'll list all the properties for Punta Cana. And you can search by location, you can search by, so say you wanted a particular brand, maybe you wanted like Majestic, that kind of thing. And then you can do that. I just did Majestic. I know Majestic's working with us, but there's a lot of other suppliers. Another thing that we did, so for the really big chains where they have like thousands and thousands of hotels. Wait, let me take this out of here. So this would be the huge chains. If you click worldwide and you do search, it'll give you like the Marriott's, the Choice, the
Hmm.
hotels that have lots and lots of properties. Okay.
Amazing. That's great.
Yeah.
I
There
just
you
have a
go.
comment from our buddy TLC, Terry Lynn Cosley. She said, I went to the Mayan Riviera for a week, all on my free nights, and also in Punta Cana for a week with my free nights. Next, heading to Cabo for a week with free nights. I cannot remember the last time I paid for a trip. LOL, TLC, using the website here for Spoiled Agent.
Right. So there you go. So TLC, so she's recording her bookings with the supplier, and like every time she makes a consumer book, she's recording those bookings. And then again, just maybe you need to be strategic, right? And it's yeah, it's just recording your bookings. And I know you're busy, but maybe you just like do like a little calendar update or something like that. And that way you don't miss out.
All
All
right.
right.
Oh yeah, and Neil says he wants to know how he can earn free nights. Well, you have to, Kelly just said you got to record everything and get them
Yeah.
all going in for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
there's so many. And remember on that incentive tabs, it tells you if it's cash. Like some do cat, like some of them you can record your bookings, then you can redeem it for cash because maybe you just had a baby, or maybe you just had an operation and you know you just can't travel this year. Then you can save redeem it for gift cards, right? And just spend it a different way. Or maybe you want to travel and that's what you want. Then you take the points and do that instead. A lot of them give you that option. Just depends.
And Mandy's asking about recording past bookings. It really depends on the program and the
Yeah.
hotelier. So definitely. Let's see here. So Kim said, I just want to let you know, thank you for showing VIP. I signed up earlier in the week. I didn't realize that there are so many suppliers listed. I'll need to play around with this on the website. Awesome. Love it.
Yeah. Oh, and just to say, oh, sorry about the VIP. So the reason why it's 19.99 is because we allow suppliers like the Marriott to have their information on the VIP area for free. They don't pay. So because we want the content in there. So just so we can support the program and I need staff to maintain it and all, website costs, all that kind of fun stuff. So if you guys pay the 19.99 per year, which I don't think is a lot, right? That's a dollar, whatever, something a month. It just allows us to help cover the business costs, and you guys have access to more.
Awesome. I think that's all the questions we had, of
Okay,
course.
good, good.
Amazing, amazing. We love it. And I know some people had to go. We appreciate it, but don't forget,
Yes.
Kelly said your name has already been put into the pot, if you will, for Canada and US to earn $100 Amazon gift card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, amazing.
Yes, no
This has been
worries, no
recorded,
worries.
everybody. We record everything we do. It's on, of course, our Spoiled Agent YouTube channel. You have to subscribe and you'll never miss anything for sure. So,
That's
like,
right. And just one last thing, and we're going to say goodbye, is another thing. Don't worry about registering for a webinar. And you know you can't make it because you have an appointment with a client or you have a doctor's appointment. Register anyways, because if you're interested, and then what happens, and we don't we just will automatically, because we know you're interested, we'll automatically send you the recorded link as soon as it's ready. We'll send it right to your email. So then that way you won't forget. So don't think you're taking a spot. I can take up to like 3,000 spots. We can you're not taking a seat or taking anything from anyone. So just register and then you'll automatically get the link and you'll be all, and then you can watch it when you can, when you have time. Okay.
great. I just
Good.
had someone, I just want to make sure that they understand VIP is a cost of 19.99 a year, but Spoiled Agent to join regularly, people are asking, is absolutely free.
Free, 100% free. The spoiledagent.com that you guys we showed at the beginning, and the VIP you specifically, and Spoiled Agent will always be free. There'll never be a charge for that. As long as you're a travel advisor, you have access to that. It's just this VIP area, and it's just become a Spoiled Agent, just follow Spoiled Agent, and maybe you could sign up for VIP if you're going somewhere else or whatever. Like it's there's no pressure. Yeah, it's there if you
Okay.
want.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
Great times. Oh, thank you, Robert.
Ah, nice. Okay, so you have any questions, any problems, anything. And I want to hear if you're not getting answers on agent rates or if something's off, you got to tell us so I can get it fixed. And info@spoiledagent.com. Let us know. And we appreciate you. You guys are the best of the bestest. And what do we got tomorrow? Oh, the fives. We got the fives webinar tomorrow, 1 o'clock. They have a new incentive program. And maybe while I'm saying this, I'll give Susan a moment to grab the link to pop in there really super fast. They have this new incentive program. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. The asset, they just rolled it out. So pretty exciting at all the properties. And they're going to be highlighting that. And they have all sorts of, great stuff. I think they're giving away a stay. I'm pretty sure they're giving away a prize. And Pepe is going to be hosting the webinar, the big boss. So I please, even again, if you can't make it, just register anyways, and we'll send you the link and you'll be all set ready to go. All
So the link
right.
is there. I just added it to the chat. The link
Great.
again is for the fives tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern
One
Standard
o'clock.
Time. Don't forget to join us, and we'll be back again. And like Kelly said, it's always a good time, and it's always possible because of you guys, our spoiled agents, and our amazing supplier friends, of course.
Yay. All right, guys, everybody have a great day. And Susan can get back to her margarita. No, I'm,
Yep,
I'm just kidding.
I wish. All right, thanks,
Yeah,
Kelly.
so fun. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for your time.